Okay, man. Tasha, bring it down then. Tell her the wallet is heavy, you know. Listen. I'm a song again, like I kunai. Them who's a kutali out tonight. That's in the gang and in the ripula. You run and zilla mutela ku chicken tonight. Appetite satisfy. Girl, give me chance.
Hi guys, welcome to this episode of For the Love of Cars, and of course this is the place where you find out about the things that matter, the things about cars that matter. And this time we are talking about, well, a type of car that is not normally talked about, that we rarely talk about. Now, you see a Sienta, right? We are not talking about a Sienta. No, we are talking about cars for the disabled or something. People call them well cabs. Okitegera emotoka eziyambako abantu abatasobola kweyamba, the temporarily or permanently disabled or temporarily or permanently vulnerable. Omuntu ali vulnerable aba ebintu ebimu tasobola kubyekolera. But this time we're talking about movement, immobility or mobility. Now, when we talk about cars in Uganda, it's not just about status, it's also about dignity. Akatibwa kosigazamu. Now, you have seen people that have been vulnerable. We want to say vulnerable because but they can be immobile and they cannot move. And under circumstances like those ones where you don't have a car or you have an SUV or you have one car as a family and so you cannot move as much as you wanted to move. Now, under circumstances like those ones, your dignity is at stake. Now, we have this looks like a Sienta, right? It's not just a normal Sienta. This is what you can call a well cab. Now, this is a car that will help people that are vulnerable. I have a friend of mine here, Mukuru Sekatawa. He's going to demonstrate. Now, imagine you have a sick person at home. Omuntu wonga mulwadde. Na yenga temuina moroka mwatambulira na atamenyeka na atakosebwa. Some people have created a solution for us. And this is not just a Sienta. This is, I've learned, this is called a welcome. Using this ramp, I can then get our wheelchair. Oh, it has a lock. Okay. I can get our wheelchair down, and then Mukuru Sekatawa here is demonstrating our vulnerable persons. And then I'll go for them, and Enigona Jimpa, and then I would assist him to sit on the wheelchair. And then I will take these and put them in our Sienta. Yeah? And then I will pull him on the wheelchair. I will literally assist him in. And then when we finally get in, when we get in, then we lock it. And then after we have locked, we pull the ramp back up and we lock the door. And just like that, our person is safely tucked away in a comfortable car, because we know the Sienta has comfortable suspension. With trained drivers, your person will be driven safely to their destination, be it a hospital, be it a home, be it a relative's destination. You want to take them to a holiday, they will get them there.
Appetite satisfy. Girl, give me chance, I'll blow your mind. Say wola saba, show you ya.
Excuse me, posing. Lava when panana, when jaka, biweraga, twala bada, twagoba, twakowa. I need a man who can love me.
So they have a seat belt for the wheelchair. See, it goes round. It goes round to make sure that the wheelchair doesn't slip. See? And then there is another wheelchair this other side, which goes through to make sure that the wheelchair doesn't actually go back and forth, to fasten it. And yes, it locks properly in there. Sit. And then when our relative is seated, they will not be moving. You secure them, and then when you put the ramp back in there and lock,
chupa. Bagoba, balumia, bagala extra man, bagala muzikila busente ye play your mind. Bawala, batega kanyiwa, basuwila nyama bakwasa mabela.
Could you please tell us what your name is and what you do?
My name is Jude Musoke Tadeo. I'm the founder of Support Africa Limited, or SAFRIC.
Yes.
And we do assisted transportation services, a global derivative of non-emergency medical transportation. Yes.
What exactly do you do as an organization?
As a fast-growing community, we realize that there is a need within Ugandan society for inclusive public transportation. Quite a number of people are having temporary or permanent disabilities.
Yes.
And these include amputees, persons with disabilities, people in need of antenatal care, cancer patients, dialysis, and the numbers are really big.
Yeah.
Recent statistics have shown us that about 12.4% of Uganda's population and growing are people who have a certain form of temporary or permanent disability. But there is no dedicated transportation for special needs. So we came up with a way of making transportation inclusive by providing cars or wheel cabs or handicap cars that meet this need for our community, be it for medical appointments, workplace travel, or recreational, or elderly, children, and other members of society at large.
And that's very important. And when you talk about those, should we call them vulnerabilities?
Yes.
If someone gets like an asthmatic attack, does that qualify for what you guys do?
Well, to paint a very clear picture for you, we do patient transportation, but not the emergency kind. We have ambulances type B and above that are well suited to manage that service. And should we get a call from a person who needs emergency care services, we refer them to the nearest emergency medical service provider. But for people who are in non-critical conditions but need to get to a medical appointment, a workplace, a recreational facility, an education one, but have a vulnerability that hampers their mobility, we are there for them.
What kind of customers have you been dealing with so far?
Well, my biggest clientele has been between customers who are going for dialysis. Dialysis is the process through which people with kidney failure get their kidneys cleaned. I also have clients with permanent disability, survivors of polio, that are wheelchair bound. They use electric wheelchairs. I also deal with women who have undergone post-cesarean procedure and also go for antenatal visits towards their last trimester. So those are the major categories of clients I deal with.
So how big is this service in terms of coverage in Uganda?
Well, as any startup, it takes time for people to adopt to a new culture. And we are currently have between 5 to 7 cars available within the Central Business District, Kampala. But we are looking to co-opt more people under our brand called Assisted Transportation Services to be able to provide this service on an ongoing basis.
Is it affordable?
Very affordable. Reason being, transportation in Uganda has now what we call ride-share platforms. And we are putting in place a ride-share platform to make sure the rates are lower. Secondly, we are using cars that have low consumption. As you see, this is a Sienta. It is 1.5 cc. It is not as heavy as the ambulances that are 4,000 cc and above. So when the fuel is less, even the cost is less. Then we also have different payment channels. We use mobile money, cash, but also accept remittances from relatives abroad.
So it means that someone can call, they have a judge at home and then they call you.
They can call from anywhere in the world, and then get in touch with us and we can transport their loved ones.
Well, do you have a website where people can reach out? What's the website?
The website is www.s-afric.com.
So guys, you see, there is a lot that you can actually, Uganda is moving at a very high speed in terms of service delivery. Now we have people that are helping transport your sick, your vulnerable people, vulnerable relatives, and And you don't have to be present for them to do it. You subscribe, they can subscribe monthly, yeah?
Yes, they can subscribe monthly or a one-off, depending on what suits their needs.
Because some of these sick people could be sick for years.
Yes.
And
chronic patients.
Yeah.
Yes, chronic care.
Yes.
But under caregiving, we believe everybody deserves care if and when they need it.
But are your drivers trained though?
Yes, we have a training program. I'm a certified trainer under the American Non-Emergency Medical Transportation Accredited Commission.
Yes.
I also have accreditation from the Community Transportation Association of America, where this industry is derived from. And we want our drivers, both formal and informal, to get these skills, just like how you see they get driving licenses.
So your drivers are trained in terms of how they should handle these patients.
Yes. It is not informal, like how you've been seeing Special Hire or other platforms that are currently running. We take the time to train them on how to handle clients with dignity. And yes, traveling with dignity. Don't forget to go check them out. Totally kafutamza mama wo, tata wo jaja wo special, mutambuze mu taxi ba muteke kaboda kamukube. Check their website out and then you can reach out to them so that how affordable is this thing? Okay, we have a best rate.
Yes. What's the best rate?
The best rate is 10,000 shillings.
That's very affordable.
And depending on the distance and the location of the facility and whether the person is coming back or not, is something we negotiate with the client. Very negotiable. Then we have what we call the other accessories. Very many Ugandans don't have access to a free wheelchair. They do not have crutches of their own or walkers. So again, we negotiate based on the type of the equipment you need that we provide in the car for hire, which we keep at a low rate for make it affordable. So on top of you getting a ride in a car, you also get access to a wheelchair, you also get access to crutches, and also you get access to a trained driver, someone that knows how to handle patients in your car. Omusajja wa special ayinza okutwala n'akusulawo ku ddwaliro. We do door to door delivery.
Otuuka omulwadde omuleka ali mu katanda wali ng'omusawo amuliko. Then bw'amalira n'omunonayo. Guys, check their website out. But before that, let you take us on a ride for us to feel how your patients will feel when you finally hand them together.
That's what the girl think what she say. She thinks she give up like that, you know. No, you tell her this. Tell her the wallet is heavy. Yeah.
Right. Through my eyes, through my feeling, and through, of course, through what I'm going to tell you. You've seen how patients are moved in these small cars. Now, for starters, we need to understand this is non-emergency, yeah? It's not for people that are in critical condition that require like oxygen immediately, but people that are almost vulnerable, almost immobile for probably some good number of time, for a big number of time. People that abakutusa amaguru, bebali mu kuyunga, abakutusa emikono, instead of putting them on a border because it's risky, putting them in a taxi because it's risky, you can't afford an ambulance because it's expensive, yeah? Then you can get something like what they are providing and you get affordable transportation from you people. Thank you very much for being part of this episode. Guys, don't forget, 30th August, the Love for Cars Convention, 50K, we are launching a magazine, My Car Diary, tugenda kunyumba. Until next time.
Ciao.